So after this class, I'm sure that there won't be any confusion in organic chemistry. So first thing, organic chemistry, we should understand what is it. Correct? Yeah. What is meant by organic chemistry? So generally they are hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. Which means what? Hydrogen and carbon. Hydrogen and carbon. That's it. Simple thing. They're generally hydrocarbons. It's a single letter thing. Hydrocarbon. When we burn a hydrocarbon, burn hydrocarbon, we'll get what? Some smoke will be coming. Carbon dioxide and water we will get. If you burn any hydrocarbon, any naturally occurring hydrocarbon, we'll get what? Carbon dioxide and water. Fine. Yeah. And there are various uses of this hydrocarbon. For example, methane is there. Correct? Methane, then ethyl alcohol. For example, now due to the corona, we are all using hand sanitizer. Correct? Hand sanitizer we are using. Correct? So which consists of what? Alcohol. Alcohol is nothing but ethyl alcohol. Correct? So alcohol contains what? Carbon and hydrogen. That's all. Plus a little amount of oxygen too. Correct? OH group. Alcohol means what? OH group. So I want to make sure that you are having no confusion while going through this. No need to worry. So why I told this hands, no need to forget about these formulas and OH. Okay. No need to do this. So we should understand why we are studying this. Hand sanitizer, we need what? Alcohol. 70% alcohol we need to kill the germs. Correct? Methane used as a fuel. Correct? So there are a lot of uses for this hydrocarbons. Correct? So that's the reason we are using it. Or that's the reason we are studying this particular. Okay. Fine. Organic compound. Now there is something called naming. There is IUPAC naming of this. So in general, I'm just teaching here now. Very easy thing. IUPAC naming. But before that, there are mainly 3 types of hydrocarbon. Okay, first one is the alkane. Okay, that is single bond. Single bond. Alkene, double bond. Then alkyne, ALKYNE. Alkyne is nothing but what? Triple bond. Triple bond. Okay, so there's an easy formula for this. So I was just discussing about what? Methane. It is an ane is coming. Ane means what? Alkane. Correct? So methane is our simplest hydrocarbon. So I'll write here what? CH4. CH4. So there is a general formula for this alkane. There is nothing but CnH2n plus 2. So this is when n is equal to 1. Correct? N is equal to 1. What will you get? Methane. For alkene, there is a different formula for alkene. That is Cn. Cn H2n minus Cn. This is plus 2 Cn H2n. Then for the alkane, it is Cn H2n minus 2. So if we can just remove this 2 part, it will become what? Alkene, then alkyne. So if I n is equal to 1 in this, what it will be? C1 H2. N is there. So CH2 is coming here. Correct? So is there any hydrocarbon with CH2? No. So there is no such hydrocarbon is there. I'll tell you what is the reason of that. Why CH2 is not there also I'll tell you. Carbon. Correct? Carbon. So what is the outermost, what is the number of valence electron in carbon? You tell me number of valence electron in carbon. So which means outermost shell, how many electrons are there in carbon? Do you know? It is 4, correct. It is 4. So it should be satisfied with 4 things, right? Hydrogen can donate, correct? Hydrogen can donate. That is the reason we are getting a compound called CH4. Okay. But if I take this compound CH2, if I take CH2 here, is it fine? No, right? Because we have got empty spaces are there to fill. Empty space are there to fill. Correct? So for that reason, we start with n is equal to what? N is equal to 2 for the alkene. So I'll get C2H4. C2 what? H4. And I told it is double bond. So double bond means there are 2 carbon bonds. C double bond C. Correct? Now this C2 what? H4. So if you look at this carbon, the left hand side, I'll just say this thing. This carbon. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? It is satisfied. Right hand side carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. Are you getting it or not? So that's how it is satisfying. I'll just draw this thing. The pink color I'll draw for this one. Is it clear now? So that both the carbon are satisfied. 2 carbon means what? Ethane for 2 carbon atoms. For if it is an alkane, correct? If it is a double bond, it is what? It's a double bond, it is alkene. Alkene means ane will be replaced by what? Ene. So this is ethene. Is it clear? Is this thing clear? Now I told you the triple bond thing. Up to this, any doubt? Any doubt up to this? Perfect. Now coming to triple bond. Fine. C triple bond C. Now how many hydrogen atom we need here? 1. 1 for this, 1 for this. Correct? For triple bond, it is what? 2 carbon atoms, C2 and H2. So instead of ethane, I'm just writing here ethane. Correct? This ane will be converted to ine, ethyl. Again, for better understanding purposes, I'll just draw the sharing part. This carbon will have this particular thing 4. Okay, and the next carbon. Is it clear now? Ethyl. Okay, so basically we are just, there is no much big thing in this. It's a very easy stuff to do. Correct? So if it's an alkene, it starts with what? Methane, ethane, propane. Propane means 3. Butane, 4. N is equal to 4. Number of carbon atom is equal to 4. Okay. Methane, nothing is there in the alkene part. Alkene part starts with what? ethene, ene, propene, butene. Alkyne part starts with ethine, propine, and butane. Up to this, it is clear. Up to this, have you written down? Please write it down. If you got any doubt, please ask me. So Anjal, once you're done, let me know. Okay. Yeah. Very good. 5 carbon atoms in the sense it is called pentane, pentagon structure. Pentane. 6 means what? Hex. Hexagon structure. Hexane. 9 means what? Nonane. 10 means decane. 7 means what? Heptane. Correct? 8 means what? 8 is octagon. Correct? So octane. This is for n is equal to 5. Then this is hexagon 6, 7, then 8, nonane for 9, decane for 10. So what I want you to do is, in this particular session, please do not think any other thing. Okay, fine. Once the session is over, you can ask me whatever doubts you are having. Do not think anything. Whatever I teach you, that is first thing, you should concentrate on that. Fine. Please clear off your mind and make sure that you're ready to absorb. Okay, what I'm going to teach. Fine. Then it will be very clear, crystal clear once session is over. That I can guarantee you. Do not think any other thing in organic chemistry. Okay. Make sure that you're only listening to what I am telling you. Please do not think any other thing. If I'm whatever I am telling, if you're unable to follow it up, please ask me that. Fine. Yeah. Because if you think now, it will lead to confusion. That's a problem. Okay. Yeah. So whatever is required, I'll tell you. Okay. Because the next important thing which I'm going to teach you is the IUPAC naming structure. Okay. So for that, I need your full concentration here. Okay. Once that is done, you can ask me any questions. Whatever you feel like, you can ask me any question. Fine. Yeah. Okay. Then there is something called isomerism or isomer, which means I'll tell you one example. For example, let's take yeah, butane. Ane is there. So what formula I'll use? CnH2n plus 2. Correct? Butane N is equal to what? 4. So C4H. What will come? H10 for butane. Correct? So there is something called N-butane is there. Okay, so there are a lot of butane structure. There is something called N-butane, isobutane. So which means their chemical formula is same. What is isomerism or isomer? Okay, isomers or isomers or whatever it may be, which means their chemical formula is same. I'll write down here. Chemical formula is same, but structural formula is different. Then you should ask me what is the structural formula. I'll tell you what it is. See, just like I represent the branching format, right? Correct? That is the structural formula. Okay. With respect to the branching of the carbon hydrocarbon thing, it will change. So butane in generally has got 4 carbon atoms. Correct? Then each carbon atom needs how many to satisfy? 4 more. Correct? Hydrogen. This is again hydrogen. This is hydrogen. This is hydrogen. Hydrogen, hydrogen. Now count the number of hydrogens. It is C4H10, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hydrogens and 4 carbon atoms, it is satisfied. Correct? So this is called butane. Simple butane or N-butane. Simple butane or N-butane. Correct? Yeah. Fine. Is this thing clear? Is this butane's formula clear? Yeah. Later on, you can copy down this thing. Yeah, perfect. Now I'm going to draw the isobutane thing. Very easy stuff. Okay. Very easy. Draw the 3 carbon atoms. Correct? And with this carbon atom, I'm linking one more carbon atom. So totally what? 4 carbon atoms are there. Yes, 4 carbon atoms are there. Now I have to just link up this thing. This carbon atom is how many hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4. Totally 4 are satisfied with this. This carbon atom needs how many? 1 hydrogen is required. This one, hydrogen, hydrogen. This carbon atom again hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Now count the number of carbon atoms in this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, this is not the 10th one. Yeah. Did I miss any hydrocarbon in this? Or is it 9? Yeah. Okay, perfect. One hydrocarbon I missed here, Anchal. This one. Yeah, it is 9 and this is 10. Is it clear? Yeah, this I forgot to write. So what I want to tell you in this is, I'll just erase this thing off, it will get confused. So what I did here, I just first wrote what? I'll just rub all of these things. Just clear the screen. What I did here first, I wrote 3 carbon atoms, correct? Then I wrote what? 1 more carbon atom. Then each carbon atom needs how many? This is surrounded by which one? This is surrounded by only 1 carbon atom. So it needs only 1 bond, correct? So it needs 3 more bonds to pair. So what I did, I drew the 3 more bonds. 1, 2, 3. Then here again, this is completed. This is 1, 2, 3, correct? This is again 1, 2, 3. Now I'm filling this hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. Correct? These are also having 4 carbon atom and 10 hydrogen atom. So this is called by isobutane. Isobutane. So what we see there in this thing, this is also C4H10. There is also C4H10. What is the difference? There is a structural change in this, correct? There is a structural change in this. But is a chemical formula same? Yes, the chemical formula is same. Now is it clear? I also taught you how to draw this thing. This is called my isobutane. Yes. This is how we should understand and learn this thing. If you learn this thing, 90% of my today's thing is done. Okay, 90% is done. Okay. Please draw this thing, and once done, let me know. Isobutane. You'll automatically grow yourself once you draw this in organic chemistry. Done. Very good. Now let's come back to the battlefield. IUPAC, or naming of an organic compound. How to name an organic compound? Correct? Yes. How to name it? Fine. I'll tell you what to do in that particular thing. So you got something like this. Let me just draw one thing. CH3, CH2, CH, CH2, CH3. Then here one more CH3 is there. But suddenly, okay, before doing this question, there is nothing called CH4 in this. But you can see some CH3. CH4 is what? Methane. Correct? Then what is my ethane formula? C2H6. This is what my ethane. Agree or disagree? Now if I am removing one hydrogen from this, if I am removing one hydrogen, what it will become? It will become CH3. So if it becomes CH3, then ane is replaced by what? Yl. What? Ane is replaced by yl, methyl. Here in the next thing, C2H6 is there, correct? So if I am removing one hydrocarbon, one hydrogen, it will become C2H5. So what is it? ETH. N is replaced by what? What is it? Yl, ethyl. Methyl, ethyl. This you can see in your hand sanitizer. Ethyl alcohol, methyl alcohol. Correct? C2H5OH. OH means alcohol functional group. Then there is something called functional group. What is it called? Functional group. That also I'll explain to you. Okay. Did you note down this thing? If you note down this thing, let me know. I'm going to explain to you functional group. Then we'll come back to that naming thing. Okay. Once you're done with all of these things, we'll come back to the naming. Perfect. Functional group. So the most important thing in this is alcohols. First one is alcohol. The functional group is what? OH group in this. Okay, OH group is the alcohol functional group. Fine. So again, I'll take methane example only. CH4 is there. Correct? CH4 is there. So what happens in this? one hydrogen is replaced by OH group by alcohol. So, which means one hydrogen is removed means what, it will become CH3. Correct? With this, I am attaching what? OH. Hydrogen is replaced by what? One of the hydrogen. If you want to show in structural format, I'll show you that also. This is my methane. Correct? Now what I'm going to do, I'll replace this hydrogen. Correct? This hydrogen. I'll circle that thing. The one which I'm gonna remove. This hydrogen is gonna replace by what? OH. C, then H, then H, then H, and this hydrogen by what? OH. So it will become what? CH3OH. So this is called methyl alcohol or methanol. This is methane. This is what? Methane. OH group, in the sense we will give what? All, oil. Ane is replaced by oil. E. Methane, N you should write. Then E is replaced by oil. E is replaced by what? I'll give oil. Methanol. Is it clear? Nothing is there in this. See, methane is there, correct? One hydrogen I am replacing with this OH group. Correct? Methane. E is replaced by what? Alcohol. OH means all should come. All. Okay. Methanol. That's all. E is replaced by all. Methanol. Write down methane and E with all. That's the same reason I just showed you how the hydrogen is substituted by OH group here. Very easy to do. Did you understand this particular thing or any doubt is there? Please let me know. Very good. I think now you are ready then. Okay, you are ready to go to the real battlefield of IUPAC. Yes. First thing is we have to start numbering. Okay. First rule. Rule number 1. Longest carbon chain. Longest carbon chain. Now I will give you 2 options for the longest carbon chain. Now I'm numbering here 1 and 2. This is my first option. Okay, 2 carbon atoms are there in this chain. Second option, I'll give you the pink color one. Yes. Here, there are around 5 carbon atoms. So which chain I have to use for numbering? The pink or yellow? The rule number 1 is choose the longest carbon chain. Which color I have to use? Pink or yellow? Pink. Because in pink there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Correct? There are 5 carbon atoms in pink. Whereas in the yellow box, in the vertical box, there is only 2 carbon atoms. So first rule cleared. Pink is correct. Correct? And 5 carbon atoms. What I told? Pentane. Correct? Pentane is there. 5 carbon in the sense 5 is pentane. So directly write down here as what? Pentane. Fine. 5 is there, I wrote pentane. Okay. But now in this third carbon atom, I got something here actually. Correct? What is this something? CH3. CH4 is methane. I'll write down here. CH4 is methane. So I told you if it is CH3, one hydrogen is removed, N will become what? Yl, methyl. Correct? So this should be 3-methyl. I'll tell you why it is 3-methyl also. No need to worry. Okay. 3-methyl. 3-methyl pentane. I'll tell you why it is like that. Up to this, any doubt? No, the pentane and the methyl part. I'll tell you why it is numbered before. That I'll tell you. But up to this, any doubt is there? Good. Now I'll tell you why we have written 3-methyl. See, longest carbon chain. I should number from here also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I number either from the left or the right, it is coming 3 only. Correct? With this third carbon atom, I got one more carbon atom linked. And this is called my methyl group. Correct? Yes or no? This is called my methyl group. So this is something called the alkyl or the functional group. The alkyl group. Methyl means it's an alkyl group. Methyl, ethyl, everything is an alkyl group. Correct? It should come as a prefix. That is my rule number 2. It should come as a prefix. Okay, it should come as a prefix. Okay, only while doing the question we will be able to solve this. Okay, please write down this thing. Yeah, alkyl group, so that I am writing as a prefix. 3-methyl pentane. Why pentane? Because there are 5 carbon atoms. 5 carbon atoms. If there are 6, I'll put hexane. 3-methyl hexane. Is this thing clear? If you written down this thing, let me know. Within 2 more minutes, you will be able to master this thing. Okay, I'll guarantee you this. With 2 more questions, that's it. 2 minutes or 2 more questions. That's it. So shall I go to the next one, Anchal? I think you're done it. Yeah, perfect. Very fast. CH3, CH2, CH, CH2. Okay, let me just put this way. This should be CH3. And here I'll put one CH3. Okay, how do I number this thing? Which, again, here I'll give 2 options here for you. Or else first I will do it. This is one pink box. And this is one yellow box. Yellow box is in this one. 1, 2. Pink box. Pink box, either 1, 2, then this is 3, 4. So first rule is what? Rule number 1. Rule number 1. Choose the longest carbon chain. Correct? So I'm choosing the pink one in this. But I told you we have to number from both left and right. Rule number 2, put numbers from both left and right. Because for the alkyl group, alkyl means methyl, okay? Methyl group, we should have less number. We should have less number. So it should be what? 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Similarly, I'm putting with the red color 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Now considering this thing, this particular thing, how many carbon atoms are there in the longest chain? In the longest chain, we got 4 carbon atoms. Agree or disagree? In the longest chain, the pink color box, we got 4 carbon atoms. Yes, good. So 4 means what? Butane should come. Okay, I wrote butane. Correct? And now coming to this, in the longest carbon chain, from left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is coming here, alkyl group as 3. And 1, 2, 3, 4 from the right side. So which is smaller, 2 or 3? Obviously 2 is smaller. Correct? So I have to put 2 methyl. I have to put what? 2 methyl butane. Because 2 is smaller than 3. Is it clear now? I clearly written down why we are taking this. Numbers from both the left and right we have to do. Because for the alkyl group, we should have less number. 2 and 3, which is the less number, 2. That's the reason I took it as prefix and wrote. Why butane? Because the longest carbon chain has got 4 carbon atoms. Is it clear? Or any doubt? So one more rule we learned, right, in this. Very good. Correct? Yeah. Now I'm going to introduce some functional group. Okay. OH, alcohol I told, right? That I'll introduce now. CH3, CH, CH3, then CH2, CH, CH3, OH. So what is my rule number 1? Longest carbon chain. And here, rule number 2, I will tell you what is rule number 2. When there is functional group, when there is functional group, we have to start numbering from the functional group. Okay, fine. So we cannot take this alkyl group. We have to start numbering from where? From the functional group. If you ask me why in this, why, if you ask me, the answer is very simple for this. Because just like our previous one, what is it? Alkyl group should have less number, right? The value. Here the functional group. Functional group in the sense OH, okay? OH. OH. That is my functional group. OH should have less number. Should have what? Less number. So I'll start with the longest carbon chain. Only one is there. Common sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose if I am numbering from this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I will take this particular thing. Okay. So Anchal, you tell me which is lower in this. Is 2 lower or 4 lower? Which is having less number? Which is having less number? 2 or 4? Common sense, 2 is having less number. That's the reason we start numbering from the right hand side for this. Is it clear? First you understand numbering thing. Then later on we will do other things. Because if you are starting numbering from this side, from the alkyl group value is less. But if there is a functional group, we should give more importance to what? We should give more importance to the functional group, not to the alkyl group. Okay. So that is the reason we are starting number from this thing. 5 carbon atom. If 5 carbon atom is there, means what do you have to put? We have to put pentane. Correct? Pentane. Blindly put it off. Pentane. Now here it is 4 is there. 4 methyl pentane. 4 methyl pentane. But alcohol group, what I told you, in alcohol group, I clearly told you should be replaced by what? Methane, pentane. Methane is replaced by methanol. So pentane is replaced by what? Is replaced by what? All. So it will be 4 methyl is replaced by what? All. But what is the position of this all? To all. Pentan to all. 4 methyl pentan to all. Is it clear now? Oof. Yeah. Is it clear? Or any doubt? We are not doing any other major steps. Simple things I'm just doing. That's all. So once you written down this thing, let me know. Done. Very good. Now coming to some more good things. Okay. Fine. Bromine and chlorine. Bromine, chlorine. Group 17. Halogens. Correct? Bromine. We'll call it as what? Bromo. Chlorine. Chloro. Iodine is there. We'll say it as iodo. Okay. And everything will come as what? Prefix. These are all what? Prefix. Just like our alkyl group. Prefix. Then one more question you should be asking me is bromine and chlorine. Both are there in my hydrocarbon. If bromine and chlorine both are there, how should I, or which one I should give more preference? In alcohol and alkyl, I give what? Alcohol more preference. If bromine and chlorine comes, I will see alphabetical order. Alphabetical order for more preference. Okay, so let's do one example for the same. First, let me do one simple question. CH3, CH2, Cl. So we had number from where? From the, what is this thing? Yeah, from the chlorine thing. 1, 2. Because if I start number from this, chlorine value will be more. Correct. So it should be 1 chloro. What is the full thing? How many carbon atoms are there? 2. 1 chloro ethane. Is it clear? Is this thing clear up to this? Yeah. Perfect. So today I want you to go through whatever I have taught. Okay. And suppose if you need this video, please let me know the same because I recorded and kept this.